What do you do about imposter syndrome? So, welcome to Help a Lawyer Out. It's Q&A Tuesday, and one attorney asked, "How do I get rid of imposter syndrome?" In this situation, this attorney was giving a CLE to other attorneys, hoping for referral partners to help build a book of business to be able to get more clients. And so the idea was if I give this CLE, I'll be seen as the expert and people will refer clients to me. Um, and so we've all been in that place where we're standing up to speak and we don't feel confident about ourselves. And so I have three things. One is imposter syndrome is not a sign of anything but that you care. It is a sign that it's important to you. Uh, Really, true imposters don't get imposter syndrome. True imposters don't care about the outcome. So, this is a sign that you truly care and that you know. Two, this is a sign that this is a place to play for you. If the idea of giving a CLE to a large audience of lawyers where you need to be the expert feels overwhelming, then maybe you need to adjust the dial a bit. And so, one place to play is the size of the audience. So instead of starting these speeches giving to a large group of people where you're standing in front and everyone's looking at you, maybe you can take the size of audience down. So maybe you can do some brown bag lunch CLEs in a conference room to, and I would honestly start with a few lawyers I know. Usually CLE authorizations by the bar are for the curriculum itself, not for a particular experience. So you can get permission to create a CLE and then give it in a number of different situations. And in fact, I highly recommend this. I recommend that you don't do it just one time. So you have your presentation, it's already been authorized, it's available for CLE, and you start with even like a group of three attorneys sitting around a conference table, you standing in front giving the presentation. And if you want, you can even invite them to give you feedback, but more it's for you to have the opportunity to practice doing the thing in front of the people, the kind of people that you're going to be speaking to. And you can slowly increase this over time, or you can double it every time. And you give this speech again and again in these kinds of situations. You can also practice speaking on a type of stage, but for also a smaller audience. So think about how you can take down the number and play with that. You can also play with the type of person you're giving the presentation to. So instead of starting with other lawyers, which if you're giving a CLE, you really feel like you have to be an expert. Like, not are you just a subject matter expert, not can you just serve your clients, not that you know this area of law, but you feel like you have to have that little bit of more because they're lawyers, right? So it's like, we need to know all the things. And so, what if you practice giving this speech to another kind of person? So, you give the presentation to CPAs, you give the presentation, and maybe with a few tweaks to chiropractors. It just depends on your area of law where for example, personal injury attorneys are famous for this sort of thing because they do a lot of marketing and a lot of outreach. And so they are comfortable with this kind of speaking. But if you are, for example, you have a business practice and you work with a lot of mothers who are entrepreneurs and they're building their businesses and they're doing this sort of thing. You might think that speaking to a group of chiropractors, even though you have an in and you're able to do because you have a friend of a friend or this sort of thing, you're like, well, I'll never get referrals from chiropractors. They refer for personal injury, right? True, maybe. And you never know where referrals are going to come from. People refer attorneys that they think know what they're doing and also that they have a connection with. And so while most of your referrals may not come from the chiropractor group, you may get a few. But this is an excellent opportunity for you to speak in a place that is very low stakes because you already have a sense of, and I want you to make sure that you have a sense of it's a possible thing that I might get a few. Don't go in thinking I'll never get a referral because that'll sort of poison your talk. But go in thinking I'm here to connect, I'm here to practice, I'm here to develop this skill, but I'm also here to help educate or talk to people about this particular area. And it's important to me. And that kind of energy will help you develop not only your ability to connect with people when you're speaking, but also it will help you develop the speech itself. And so taking the all the pressure out of that sort of situation will allow you to be more natural, more playful, and allow you to speak in a way that really develops the work that you're doing. And maybe you can work your way up to then doing this CLE in front of attorneys. And third is this the right solution? I strongly believe that all the marketing activities that you do, or let's say 90% of the marketing activities you do, should give you energy. It should be net positive. You should have something coming back. And I know that this is contrarian thinking, but when you are taking someone else's solution basically off the shelf and making it work for you because you see that that got them success, so it should bring you success, but you are uncomfortable, you don't like it, it's making you do something that you don't want to do, that drains you. And we need energy to run our firms, work with our clients, and do the important things that really matter. And getting clients is so important, but it's not only the end product, but it's how you get there. And there are thousands of marketing activities that you could do that are more enjoyable for you. You are more likely to do them on a regular basis, which is so important for marketing. It's not one and done. You have to keep doing it. And so, because of this, your marketing has to be net positive. It has to bring something back to you. It has to reinvigorate your passion for this particular area of law, or your need to continue to serve your clients in such a way, or to develop your firm in such a way. And if it's not giving you energy to do the activity, then this is not for you. And this has nothing to do with your ability to do it, because we often have ability and we frequently do things that we don't want to do or that drain us. But with marketing in particular, I think it needs to be something that feeds you, that gives you energy to continue to do the work you do in the world. So, this is where you are not looking at what other people have done, but you are finding a way to market that works for you. And so, say, for example, this particular attorney finds that giving talks to actual potential clients, finding places where they gather and communicate. We'll use the example of the business attorney working with entrepreneurial moms. Finding those communities that you can speak directly to those clients or directly to people who work with those clients is much more satisfying on an energetic level, but also you are talking to your people. This is a way that will help you show up in an entirely different way than if you're talking to people that you don't really care about and you feel bad about what you're doing. And I know that a lot of attorneys are hesitant to speak directly to pools of their potential clients because one, they feel like they don't know where to find them, or two, they feel like if they do that, they will get stuck with freebie seekers or the wrong people or that sort of thing, and they'll be, inundated with people talking to them about their particular legal matter. I will definitely talk about this in another video, but there are ways for you to, one, set personal boundaries, and two, set your firm boundaries, by which I mean your law firm boundaries, and help you repel the wrong kind of client and attract the right. And so you can create speed bumps in your process that will allow the right people in. So this is absolutely a way for you to get clients. But this is the opportunity for you to consider these three things. The fact that you're a non-imposter, you do really care about what you do. This is your opportunity to play with the size, the type, or the one thing we didn't talk about was the method of delivery. Um, you can play with that method of delivery. You can do it where you're giving a video talk instead of an in-person talk. However, I encourage you to try in person as much as possible, because when you communicate, you get feedback from your audience, and usually it's visual, sometimes it's what you can hear. But are people shifting in their seat? Are they smiling at what you say? And most of that doesn't come across on a video screen. So I encourage you to do it live if you can. And I also encourage you to film every time you speak so that you can use this same material. You can get more juice from the squeeze, as they say, by putting this material in other places. And I'll talk about that in another video as well. But you use this one talk many times. And so these are the three things to think about. You're not an imposter, right? You are not an imposter. You have this opportunity to play around with the size of the audience, the type of audience, or the delivery method. And consider that this may not be the right solution for you, and that your solution may be similar but not quite the same. And that what you do for marketing, what you do to bring clients into your business, should absolutely be something that gives you energy to continue to do the work you do in the world. I'm Moira. I'm a former IP attorney turned legal practice consultant, and I love talking about this sort of thing. So if you would like some help identifying or refining your marketing activity that really is in alignment with you and who you are and what gives you energy, and talk about a way that you can do these to bring the right clients into your firm, I'm so happy to help. You can click the link below. It's a free consultation, no obligation for you. And we will help you identify what variables you need to play with, or what variables you can choose to have that activity that gives you the clients that also brings you joy. I hope you have a wonderful day. Happy lawyering.